In the headlines, Wilson police reveal the cause of death of an elderly man who died in an accident involving a school bus. A Rocky Mount woman faces serious charges after pulling a knife out on her boyfriend. Residents still needing to apply for disaster assistance have today and tomorrow to do so. And we get the inside scoop on Rocky Mount's downtown streetscape. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello and thanks for tuning in to WHIG-TV NewsBreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. First, we bring you an update on a story we've been following. Wilson police say an elderly man who died in an accident involving a school bus this week died of a heart attack. According to Sergeant Jay Slaughter with Wilson PD, it's been determined by the medical examiner's office that 70-year-old Robert Hills suffered from the attack nearing 7 a.m. while driving his Lincoln Town Car on Forest Hills Road Monday. Witnesses say they saw Hill's car veer over the center line and never correct. His car collided with a full-size school bus taking 5 special needs students to Fike High School. The students, the bus driver, and a bus monitor did not suffer injuries. Police conclude speeding, drugs, and alcohol were all ruled out as factors earlier on in this investigation. They say they will continue to consider other factors in this case. Both Hill and the bus driver were going 35 miles per hour, which was the limit in that area. In our crime report, a Rocky Mount woman faces serious charges after pulling a knife out on her boyfriend. According to police, Monday afternoon, 42-year-old Yolinda Jordan Ellis assaulted her 55-year-old boyfriend with a weapon while at an apartment on South Pearl Street. The man was treated by EMS. Ellis was charged with assault with a deadly weapon and was transported to the Nash County Jail without bond. Authorities are still searching for a man who allegedly stabbed his ex-girlfriend multiple times this week. While at a home on the 200 block of South Gray Street in the wee hours of Monday morning, it's reported that 37-year-old Keith Lamont Burston forcibly came into the home of his ex, argued with her, then stabbed her before fleeing. She was eventually flown to Pitt County Memorial Hospital and was listed in stable condition. Burston, who has a shady history of abuse and drug use, according to NCDOC, is now wanted for assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill and inflicting serious injury. If you know his whereabouts, you're urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 252-977-1111. Relatives get violent. Now one is charged and the other sent to the hospital. Police say Tuesday afternoon they arrested 55-year-old Andrew Lewis West at a home on 1106 Jasmine Drive after he and a 53-year-old male family member got into a heated argument. Police allege West sliced the man with a knife. West is charged with assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury with the intent to kill. He was put in jail under a $15,000 bond. The victim was taken to Nash Healthcare Systems but suffered non-life-threatening injuries. In other news, residents still needing to apply for disaster assistance have today and tomorrow to do so. This week, those Nash County residents affected by Hurricane Irene can receive help through a temporary setup at the Nash County Agricultural Building. The center, located at 1006 Eastern Avenue in Nashville, is open today and Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. It will shut down after Friday's hours of operation. There to assist with information about applying for aid will be representatives from the Federal Emergency Management Agency and NC Division of Emergency Management and other agencies. Today, WHIG-TV's morning show host spoke to a FEMA representative about aid and ways to ward off fraud.
It's at no cost to you. There is no catch. These are taxpayer dollars, and this is your right as a citizen. Basically, just give us a call. The inspector will come, evaluate the damages, and that's how we can determine what you would be eligible for.
Okay, now once I call you, you said 3 to 5 days.
Yes.
Someone will come out and talk to you, or you will, how does it work?
They're professionals, they're inspectors. They will contact you to coordinate a meeting and a set time and place. They'll go out to the property. They have equipment on board already, and I say this because there's a lot of fraud out there. So when you call and you register, you're the one that's going to provide your personal information. You would need your full name, social security.
Don't call for somebody else. You need to call for yourself.
You can help a family member, but you have to authorize them, and the operator makes sure of that. But once the inspector comes on board, he will already have the information with him. So if someone knocks at your door and says, I'm with so-and-so, give me your social, give me your bank account number, no, that's
because they already have it.
That's a good point.
They already have it.
They already have it. That is a very good point, because that does happen.
Yeah, that does happen. And tell everybody where you're at.
Right now we're at the Nash Ag Center, and that's at 1006 Eastern Avenue. We'll be there through Friday, September 23rd. However, we're always here. It's just a phone call away. It's 800-621-3362. You can also visit us online. It's disasterassistance.gov, and the deadline is towards the end of October. So just because the Disaster Center may be closing does not mean that we're not here. You can still call, but we encourage people that already registered to give us a visit. This is another way to have face-to-face interaction with FEMA, state, and small business administration loans, which is loans that are specific for disasters.
Right.
So they're at a very low interest rate. A lot of people see the loan package and say, I can't afford a loan, I don't want a loan. But basically FEMA comes in two forms of assistance. It's grants or disaster loans. So if you can't afford a disaster loan, it's as low as 2.5.
And this week began another revamping of downtown Rocky Mount. Jonathan Boone, the city's public works director, fills us in about the streetscape project.
We've started work on the downtown streetscape project. We're here in the 100 block of Southwest Main Street. One of the first things we felt like we need to get a handle on is most of the drainage in downtown comes through the 100 block of Southwest Main, passing from the Nash side to the Edgecombe County side. And we've got a major metal arch culvert here that runs underneath the railroad we've got to tie into. So as you can see behind us, Barnhill Contracting, which is our contractor, has milled the pavement. I've got equipment on site. We've excavated the catch basin and the box here that ties into that culvert, and preparing the lower water line, and then begin laying pipe for the 54-inch pipe that will be coming through downtown.
Okay. And do you know about how long you all will be working in this area?
The overall project we'd anticipate is going to take a little less than 18 months. We've obviously started in this block. We'll be transitioning up to the Douglas block because of some of the tenants coming in that area there, but we needed to start here primarily because of the drainage. Everything downtown really hinges on the drainage work being done first.
Okay, and when this process is all done, what do you think people in Rocky Mount will see?
They're going to see wider sidewalks, they're going to see a narrower street, they're going to see parallel parking, they're going to see pedestrian level lighting, historical fixtures, they're going to see amenities like benches, trash receptacles. It's just going to be a lot of landscaping. I think they're going to be pleased with what they see. If you've had a chance to go by the Douglas block, we've done most of the work there in the Douglas block on the streetscape improvements. We've still got some of the work to do with regards to the lighting and some of the amenities, but that gives you a good feel for what downtown's going to look like, and I think they're going to like what they see.
We'll be hearing more from Boone Monday about debris cleanup in Rocky Mount. And fall litter cleanup is underway. September through mid-October is North Carolina's 25th annual Big Sweep effort. If you haven't already joined in, there's still time to sign up for the state's Big Sweep Cleanup Day, slated for Saturday, October 1st. Our local Keep America Beautiful office in Rocky Mount is asking for volunteers to meet at Battle Park Boat Ramp in Rocky Mount or Riverfront Park Boat Ramp in Tarboro. The event will be from 9 a.m. to noon. To sign up to help, you can call Keep America Beautiful at 252-467-4960 or visit www.rockymountnc.gov/KAB. When we return on Newsbreak, a local school system announces makeup days for students, and it's not too late to join in for this year's Walk for Life. These stories right after these words.
Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The business center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to WHIG TV News Break. I'm Marie Torres. Edgecombe County Public Schools is announcing its makeup days of 4 classes missed during Hurricane Irene. School officials say October 7th was originally a planning day, but will now be a regular day. November 22nd, near the Thanksgiving holiday, is also now a full day. November 23rd is now an early release day. Nearing the Christmas holiday break, December 20th is now a full day, and December 21st is now an early release day. And this weekend, several area supporters of life will be walking for it. Hosted by the Pregnancy Care Center of Rocky Mount is the 21st annual event. Executive Director of the center, Kay Gerganis, says it's not too late to join in.
The Walk for Life Pregnancy Care Center's major fundraiser is happening Saturday, September the 24th at Inglewood Park. Registration begins at 9:15, and the walk itself will actually begin probably 10:15 or 10:20. We have a short program that begins at 9:50, and then we will prepare to leave the park for the walk. Now, and the walk is a statement about the significance of life and our Creator. It is not a march. It is not a demonstration. It is a fun-filled family event. We will have face painting there, balloon art, we'll have pizza for sale and other concessions, and people who have raised money will need to be there at 9:15 to begin to turn in their Walk for Life sheets and their money. Now, if you're hearing this for the first time and you say, oh my goodness, I don't have time to help, but I want to. Yes, good news, you do have time. You can call the Pregnancy Care Center at 446-2273, that's 252, and we will make arrangements for you to get your Walk for Life sheets. We have 2 methods of collecting the money. One, you may collect it yourself. If your donation is $10 or more, we will bill whoever wants to sponsor you. Now, it is, like I say, our major fundraiser. Our goal this year is $125,000. We raised over $113,000 last year, had over 600, well, approximately 700 really, participants that came out, and we're certainly expecting that again. We're hoping the weather's going to be clear and nice for us, like it was last year. And so again, even though it's Saturday, it is certainly not too late. What I do is I just get on the telephone and call people, and I get the information down, and then after the walk, the billing will be done. You know, the week after the walk, people will receive an envelope in there that they can turn their money in and put it in the mail or bring it to the Pregnancy Care Center. Now, all contributions are tax deductible, and all the money stays right here in our community. The money that we raise, of course, will go to provide over 15 free services to anyone from anywhere, really. All of our services are free and confidential. We also will be using part of that money to support the ongoing abstinence program that we have in the Nash Rocky Mount school system, as well in area private and Christian schools, and that service is free. Pregnancy Care Center receives no government funding. So a big thank you to our community, all that you're doing to help us provide these free services. The abstinence program in our schools is our first line of defense in stopping abortion and to help stem the rise in sexually transmitted diseases that we're seeing in our day and time. And of course, here at the Pregnancy Care Center, our mission is to minister to women who are facing the challenges, and their families facing the challenges of an unplanned pregnancy, to minister to women that have lost children to abortion, and we also have the abstinence program that's ongoing right here in the Pregnancy Care Center. So we're all about trying to promote abstinence until marriage.
Kurganis says just like every year, participants will walk whether rain or shine. After the break, it's the latest in sports and weather. We'll be right back. When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV Newsbreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
And we're back with a look at weather. Here with that is WHIG TV meteorologist Fred Holdsworth. Fred?
And a wet weekend on the way. Might as well get that said and done right at the start. We had some very heavy rain to our west last night, and this rain caused by thunderstorms moving over the same area time and again, that prompted a flash flood warning for the Raleigh area with a couple of feet of water standing in the streets. Several streets around North Carolina State University were flooded, and that rainfall will continue today. Now we'll have a better chance this afternoon and even better tonight of showers and thunderstorms developing, and all of this is due to an upper level low pressure system moving very slowly, and it's going to take it a while to move on off, and we'll see rainfall possibilities up in the very high categories until probably around Monday, the way it's looking right now. So if you have an outdoor event scheduled for this weekend, you may want to have a backup plan in place. Well, let's go to our forecast and we'll see what we have going on through the weekend. For today, chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 83, southwest wind at 6. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 67, south wind at 5. Friday, showers and thunderstorms with a high of 82, south wind at 7. Friday night, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 67, south wind at 7. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms with a high of 85, south wind at 6. Saturday night, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 66. Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 81. Sunday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 64. And for Monday, that chance of showers and thunderstorms continues with a high of 80 and a low of 61 Monday night. Our high temperature yesterday, 82 degrees. Our low this morning, 70. 1/100th of an inch of rain at our weather station over the past 24 hours. And for the U.S. extremes for yesterday, the highest temperature was 107 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. The low was 18 degrees in Shirley Basin, Wyoming, and the most rainfall that occurred yesterday at Savannah, Georgia, was 2.12 inches of rain. And that's a look at your Rocky Mountain and Tri-County weather. Now back to you.
And thank you, Fred. With us now is Edward Green with our sports report. Tell us what's the latest, Edward.
Well, Marie, as obviously we got some crazy weather coming up, so hopefully we'll be able to get all our football games in this weekend, and we're going to see what kind of schedule we got coming up, a little shorter than normal.
All right.
Well, we do have stormy weather on the horizon, but thankfully very few of our area teams look to be affected for this week's slate. As scheduled right now, our Freedom Credit Union game of the week is Northern Nash visiting Tarboro. The Knights are looking to be the second team from the Big East Conference to knock off the Vikings this year, but have started slow at 1-3. And I spoke to head coach Mickey Crouch at practice this week to see how his team is responding to the tough beginning.
All right, we are out here at Northern Nash with head coach Mickey Crouch. And Coach Crouch, how you told me before you came on that practice has actually been going really well this week leading up to the game against Tarboro.
Yeah, well, you know, Friday night down at Laney, we got our feelings hurt, so you know we want to come back and do a whole lot better than we did last week.
You know, we were talking about that game against Laney. Wilmington obviously produces a lot of great teams, and so it's always tough to go on the road. Were you able to pull off anything from that loss that you can use as a teaching moment or that you can point to and say, hey, Luce, we can build on this?
Well, we didn't play good. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, Laney is probably one of the best 4A schools in the state. Great quarterback, great receiver, but you know, when they scored, we didn't respond to the challenge. So, you know, that's what we're dealing with this week.
A little slow coming out of the gate this year. You guys were one of the up-and-comers last year, it seemed. What's kind of changed between the years? Has it just been some of the balls not bouncing your guys' way? Has it just been different personnel coming in?
Well, you know, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but we've got 5 starters out, and we've had at least 4 out the entire year. And 2 of those kids were out. They're going to be out. They got to be operated on. So we're a little thin with numbers, and we lost 22 really good seniors. You know, and you can't replace the kids we had last year.
What are some of your thoughts going into this week's game against Tarboro? Makeup from what was going to be earlier in the season, now playing it the week before conference play starts.
Well, you know, I've spent a lot of time talking to Coach Craddock, and he coaches about the same way I do. It's going to be a physical game.
What are some of the things you hope to maybe exploit? You saw earlier this year Nash Central hosted them and beat them. Was there anything you could take from that game, or is there anything you guys feel like you can do to maybe slow down Tarboro and defeat them?
Well, we got to slow down number one. I mean, you know, they got 2 other good backs, but he's an exceptional back, and they play real solid defense.
Just heading then after this game against Tarboro, going into the Big East season, what are some of your expectations? What can you do to show that you still are coming to play every week and that you're going to be a team to fear in the conference?
Well, it's just like our first year here. You know, we didn't have a real good season, but you know the coaches are going to keep coaching, the kids are going to keep playing. That's what we do here. You know, sometimes we're a little bit short on athletes, a little bit short on numbers, but, you know, we're positive with the kids and we want them to enjoy what they're doing, but we're going to keep coaching them, they're going to keep playing.
And speaking about those positives, what are some positives you guys have had this year? You did win a game, so you do have that going for you guys. It's been kind of a crazy schedule, obviously, with the weather, but what are some of the positives you've seen from this team so far?
Well, they haven't quit. I mean, we had a game on a Monday night, and we thought we was going to play on Friday, so we couldn't practice Tuesday heavy. Then we were rescheduled for Thursday night, so we couldn't practice Wednesday, and then we went about 7 days without practice. So we're basically about 2 weeks behind where we should be.
And do you see you guys making a progression as you enter Big East play and really building on that?
Yeah, I mean, none of these kids are down. They got a positive attitude, and coaches are positive, and that's the way we're going to have to do it. I mean, we're going to keep a positive attitude about what we're doing, and the kids don't quit. So, you know, sooner or later, we'll get everything together and have a good team.
All right, before we let you go here, you guys are playing Tarboro Friday night. Who are some of the guys from Northern Nash that folks are going to want to watch out for when they watch the game?
Well, we don't pick out one individual. We play team football, so, you know, we're just going to have to get after them. I know they're going to get after us, but we got to step up and play at another level with them.
Once again, that is our game of the week. Elsewhere, one team will be picking up its first win of the season as Southwest Edgecombe heads over to Farmville Central in a conference battle. And North Edgecombe travels to Gaston to take on Northampton West as the Warriors look to stay perfect in conference. Now, I have a quick look at the suddenly exciting Major League Baseball playoff races. Over in the American League, New York clinched just last night after sweeping a doubleheader against Tampa Bay and have nearly locked up home field up to the World Series as well. Detroit has clinched the AL Central, and Texas's magic number for clinching the West is 3, with a 3-game series with LA looming at the end of the season. As for the wild card, Boston's once huge lead is down to 2.5 over both Tampa Bay and LA. Boston is off tonight while the other two have games, and after that it will be 6 games left each for the stretch run. Over in the National League, Philadelphia has clinched the East and home field through the World Series. Milwaukee is 4.5 games up on St. Louis. Its magic number is 3, and Arizona leads the West by 5.5 over the Giants. The Diamondbacks' magic number is 2, and with this 3-game series against San Fran this weekend, 1 win would be enough to clinch the division. And finally, the wild card race in this league is tight as well. Atlanta now leads St. Louis by just a game and a half, with the Giants 3.5 back. So Marie, even if the weather doesn't quite cooperate with our teams this weekend and puts the damper on some of it, at least we got some baseball. It'll be exciting. Get home and watch that and cheer on your favorite teams. I know I'll be cheering for the Braves and Red Sox to win it all.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mary.
That's all for us here today on Newsbreak. Join us again next week for more news that's impacting the community. For WHIG TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.